There are people who know exactly how to use attention. Like a lever. Not by accident, not because they're busy, but intentionally. They know when to get close and when to pull away, and strangely the less available they are, the stronger their impact becomes. Today, we're not here to judge, we're here to understand what kind of mindset lives behind this behavior and why, for some people, distance feels safer and more powerful than closeness. Not all distance is the same. First, we need to make something very clear. Not all lack of attention means the same thing. Some people are genuinely tired, confused, or emotionally unskilled. They don't know how to show interest consistently. But others are fully aware. They know that if they're always available, their presence becomes ordinary. They know that when they create distance, the other person starts thinking, starts wondering, starts filling the silence. Here, distance is not an accident. It's a strategy. Sometimes conscious, sometimes learned, but still a strategy. The need for control. In psychology, controlling attention means controlling the relationship. The person who decides when to reply, when to disappear, when to reconnect, is the one setting the rhythm. For some people, this sense of control creates safety, not because they're strong, but because, deep down, they're afraid of being abandoned. Control becomes the antidote to fear. Fear of intimacy. Many times, withholding attention is not a lack of interest. It's fear of closeness. Real intimacy means being seen, being emotionally exposed, and for certain minds, that feels dangerous. So what do? They create distance. They alternate between warmth and cold. They keep one foot out the door, so no one ever gets too close. Avoidant attachment. In attachment psychology, people with an avoidant style learned early that closeness equals pain, so extreme independence and emotional distance become survival tools. These people often appear calm, confident, and self-sufficient, but inside, there is always a break. Withholding attention, for them, is not a game, it's a defense mechanism. When distance becomes a tool, there is another layer. Sometimes people notice that this behavior works. They see the other person tries harder, thinks more, becomes more attached, and that's when distance shifts from protection to power, not always out of cruelty, but out of learning. The brain connects the dots. Distance equals control. Why this is so effective? Because the human brain gets busy with absence. When there's no response, the mind fills the gap, and the person who created that gap ends up living at the center of your thoughts. This is not a personal weakness. It's how the brain is designed. Healthy boundaries versus manipulation. A healthy boundary sounds like this: I'm not always available, but I'm clear. Manipulation sounds like this: I stay unclear, so you stay hooked. The difference is intention and clarity. Analytical closing. Withholding attention is not always a sign of high value. Sometimes it's fear. Sometimes it's poor emotional learning. Sometimes it's control. The real question isn't why they behave this way. The real question is, does this connection bring you calm or constant waiting? Bullseye ending plus soft CTA. If this analysis helped you, and you want to understand the hidden layers of human behavior, follow the channel. In the next video, we'll explore this question: why do some people keep choosing the role of the victim?